Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We are live. We're live. So, I've got a couple of my gal pals here with me tonight, and I'm so excited. But I want to give you all a second to hop on. So, please comment. Let us know that you're watching. Make sure your friends know where to go. So send them the link if you're like, oh my goodness, my girlfriend ain't here. I need to make sure she's on. So go ahead and send her the link. Let her know we are live. We're live. And so I'm really excited about tonight, you guys. We're going to be super respectful of your time because I know you have things to do. But I want to thank you for showing up and supporting your beauty consultant. It means the world to her. It means the world to us that you show up and support her. Because without you, she wouldn't be in business. And so it means the world to us. It means the world to her. So thank you again for being here and taking time out of your busy schedules. So tonight we've got some fun stuff set aside for you. And I'm actually on here with a couple of Pink Cadillac Directors. And so you know that these are the types of ladies who get things done. They've been building their businesses for a few years now. And so we are going to be doing an interview style approach tonight. So, with that being said, I want to feel your energy in the comment section, okay? Because that's the one thing about being virtual is it's hard for me to see who's on and what's really resonating with you. So, the more you interact and the more that you hype us up in the comments or the more questions you ask, guess what? We're actually doing hype queen giveaways, okay? We're doing 3 giveaways tonight. 3 giveaways. And so that means you have a pretty good chance of earning something free. Okay. So if you love free stuff, you've come to the right place. And I always say if it's free, it's for me. So make sure that you're commenting and interacting with us. And that way you can get entered in to win for the Hype Queen giveaways. Also, with that being said, we have more fun stuff involved with tonight, okay? I don't want to disclose it just yet, but just stay tuned. You're going to want to stay tuned. And like I said at the beginning, please feel free to send us your questions in the comment section because we do want to make sure we answer those here tonight for you. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Okay, so we're going to kick things off with Miss Kayla. So I'm going to put her up here on the screen with me. So hello, Kayla. Thank you for being here tonight. So, girlfriend, tell us a little bit about you and tell us a little bit about your Mary Kay journey so far.
Yeah, sorry, my bangs are really bothering me tonight. But hi, guys. I'm really excited to be here and just talking to you guys a little bit about Mary Kay. Like Sabra said, my name is Kayla. I am 26 years old. I live just north of Nashville, Tennessee, but I'm a North Carolina girl through and through. That's where I grew up. So if you guys are familiar with Wilmington, North Carolina, or the show One Tree Hill, that is where I am from. I have my little baby girl here with me, Rowan. She's 5 weeks tomorrow, so she's still a little newborn. And she was born on September 15th, and I'm also a mom to a 5-year-old boy as well. I've been with Mary Kay since 2019. I started my Mary Kay business in February of 2019 after I had gone to a Mary Kay party back in the summer. I went to a little good old-fashioned Mary Kay party around somebody's kitchen table. My coworker had invited me. And when I went to this party, I didn't necessarily have any intentions of buying anything, liking the products, or even being interested in Mary Kay. I had heard of the company, but I didn't really know a lot about it. But I did know about the Pink Cadillacs. Like everybody knows that the Pink Cadillacs are a thing with Mary Kay. And I thought maybe there were like 5 people in the world, maybe who had one. But I went to this little party, and when I pulled up, there was a Pink Cadillac outside. I was like, okay, like, she's legit. She's got the pink car, but I still thought it was going to be maybe someone much older than me, not necessarily somebody in her 20s. And I was only 22 when I went to this party. And so I walked in and there was this 26-year-old pregnant girl. And I was like, wow, okay. Like, she's cool. She's young, and she had actually just moved to the area too. So I just really connected with her on a lot of just different things. And I really fell in love with the products. And before I went to this party too, my husband said 2 things to me. He was like, 1, don't buy anything, and 2, don't sign up. And I was like, I was like, I don't even know if I'll like the products. I'm worried because of my skin, like if I will like them or not. I don't have the money to buy anything, even if I wanted to. I was like, I don't have the money for that right now. We had just moved here. And then two, I was like, I could never do Mary Kay. Like, I don't feel like I'm a salesperson. I don't feel like I'm very extroverted. I don't know anybody. Like, how could I do that? So anyway, I really loved it though, and I didn't sign up that day. I didn't buy anything that day, but a few months later, I decided that I wanted to do Mary Kay. And fast forward 3 years now, I've been doing this, and it's been my full-time job from home for the last 2 years, so since the pandemic started. And I've earned 4 cars from the company, and the fourth one being the Pink Cadillac. Not this June, but in June of 2021 is when we earned it. So that's just a little bit about me.
That's amazing, Kaylin. It came like full circle whenever you showed up to that first party and you saw that pink Cadillac, and now there's a pink Cadillac sitting in your driveway. Like that's
And I'm the
incredible.
26-year-old girl who just had a baby. Like, it's
Exactly.
so
I'm like,
crazy.
that's so full circle. So you talked a little bit about, moving to Tennessee and being in a new town and not knowing anyone. So let's kind of dive into that and what that looked like for you. So what did that look like working in a new town, not knowing anyone?
Yeah. So, that was super intimidating for me when I was considering the Mary Kay opportunity. I was like, how can I do this if I don't know anybody, local to me? And my favorite thing about Mary Kay is that when I did start, we were, doing this mostly in person, doing the good old fashioned Mary Kay parties. But then with the pandemic, we started doing things a little bit more virtual. So my first year, I really was doing a lot of that in-person stuff. And the way that I met people and connected with my local customers was just through the people that I at least did know. There were a few, not a ton, but there were a few. So I started with just my coworkers that I had at the time, the people that I worked with, and with the little bit of family that we did have here. I started with those people, and then any family that I knew, back home, of course, I talked to them. And so my coworkers were people like at Target. That's where I worked. I worked in the beauty department at Target. I also sometimes worked in the Starbucks there. And I also was working at my son's preschool. So I was working 2 full-time jobs. I would work at the preschool during the day and then go to Target in the evenings. And so I started out with those people that I knew and just asked them, hey, would you come to my debut party? My debut party was all coworkers. It was all people from the preschool. It wasn't any family. And these girls are truly my coworkers. We were not close friends. I had been working with them for maybe 6 months at that time, and we were not super close friends. One of them, we were in the same class, we worked in the same class together, but other than that, they were more acquaintances. And I will say, a stranger will become your friend and your customer sometimes faster than the people that you might think would, which is really cool and really has happened so much in my business. It's just truly people that were complete strangers have become some of my best friends and my customers. So that was one way. And then through those people that I did know who were local, because a lot of them they were people who, were natives to the area. They knew lots of other people here. They gave me referrals for the people that they thought would be interested in the Mary Kay products as well. So that was really how I was able to grow a lot of my local customer base, is from those maybe few people that I did know. But hey, they helped me meet more people because they were rooted here. They were from here and they knew lots and lots of people. They went to high school here, they went to college here, whatever it was. And then there was the virtual side of things too, is that with the pandemic and stuff, you guys, we become friends with people on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
Literally all the time. I mean, think about maybe the mom group you're in, or a book club you're in, or just different things that you're in online. All kinds of different Facebook groups where you just connect with people, or on Facebook, sometimes you get that suggested friends list, of just people who have mutual friends, or maybe you meet somebody at a birthday party and you guys become friends on Facebook. We are meeting people all the time and becoming friends with them online. So, that was a great way that I was able to meet people, was just online, especially during the pandemic, because we were all stuck in our houses and we're I need human connection. How do I do this? So making friends online was really a big part of it too. And those people that you meet online, they also introduce you to other people as well. You can do Mary Kay parties and things like that on Facebook, just like you can do them in person. And so through Facebook, I have met people in all kinds of different states. I have customers in Alaska, California, Florida, Texas, New Hampshire, New Jersey. I mean, literally everywhere. And a lot of them I will never meet, like ever meet, but we met online. So that's just a little bit about how I was able to just really connect with people, just through my business.
That's so cool, Kayla. And you know what's really cool too is we have customers and consultants that are on here on this event tonight that have experienced that firsthand, that they were a coworker or that they were a friend of that coworker that they connected to you, or they were that random referral that's now become a really close friend and a customer. So it's really cool and how that works. And so what I was hearing a lot from you is that you were using what you had, not saying using in a bad term, but you were like really fostering those
The
relationships
connections
and
that I was.
developing those deep and deep and deep and connecting with other people. And so I love that. That's so powerful to hear. And something else I heard is, Kayla, you weren't just working one full time job. You were working two full time jobs. And so you were like a busy little bee, like you were beyond busy. And so I'm sure there's a lot of ladies on here tonight that are, working a full time job, maybe in school full time, or just maybe, working and doing a lot of things right now in this season. So, what if that's me? What if that's the case for me? Like, could I still do Mary Kay? What does that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I was working at the preschool until about 4:30 every day, and then I would drop off my son at home with my husband because we would switch off, and I would change into my Target uniform, and then I would go to work, and I'd be there from about 6 o'clock until close. And I didn't have like a ton of free time, but I will say that like people who are busy are the best at time management. And that was something that I just had, realized is that like, okay, maybe I don't have a ton of free time, but I do have the ability to, like squeeze in a little bit here and there whenever I want to. And, that's the other thing too with Mary Kay. I mean, you decide how you want to work your business, when you want to work your business, and how much of that, like what you want to do with it. And so I really like that I had that freedom to just kind of like, if I wanted to work my business on my lunch break, or, I had a lunch break at Target, I had a lunch break at the preschool, or my little 15-minute break, or maybe I had a little bit of downtime, like whenever I was in between, the jobs, if I wanted to work it then, or in the evenings, if was a day that I didn't go to Target, it wasn't every single night that I went to Target, but it was pretty frequently. But and the reason for that being said, why I was working so much was honestly because I had to. We had just moved here. My husband had just gotten out of the Navy, so he was transitioning to civilian world. He was not working at the time; he was in school, and so I was our sole income. Like for a lot of our stuff, and so that was another reason why I started Mary Kay, because I was like, I really wanted to have more time. People I don't think start Mary Kay because they have time. They start Mary Kay because they want more time. And that was what I was wanting. I wanted more time at home, more time with my family, to not have to work two full-time jobs that I was clocking in and out of. I was like, I saw the potential in Mary Kay where I could, move forward with it just being something else that, replaced Target. So I didn't have to do that because retail is not fun.
Um,
Especially Black Friday. I
yeah,
worked in the Starbucks at Target on Black Friday. That was my
I
last day
can't
there.
imagine.
That was my last day there. I was like, I'm not working here anymore. But anyway, so you totally can make it happen. It's just being willing to make it happen. I used to do these things called plenties and 20s. And so it was just taking 20 minutes, 20 minutes. We all have 20 minutes. And it was just 20 minutes of me working my business a little bit here and there. And whether that was, reaching out to people to get reorders, maybe that was posting in my customer group, maybe that was making booking a facial with somebody, going through my referral list, following up with a customer on how she liked your products, different things like that, just sprinkling it in where I could. And also at the same time, there is no time requirement though. And so that was really nice of just like, I decided when I worked, when it was, feasible for me to do that. So you can do it. Oh, and I will say too, you guys, I was also in nursing school, like my undergrad for it and everything too. So we had a lot going on.
You had just a little bit going on there. Just a little bit. No, I love that, Caleb. Thank you for sharing that insight because that's super helpful. Because as you can see in the comments, there's so many people that relate to that. And so I have one last question for you, friend, and that is, what does working Mary Kay look like as a mom?
Yeah. So, I mean, just kind of like having a full-time job, being a stay-at-home mom, that's a full-time job itself too. And I like that I get to be a working stay-at-home mom. And I like that, I'm not having to clock in and out of anywhere. Like that's just my personal preference. That's not knocking like if you do like love like your 9 to 5 job, that's amazing, but I really just like the flexibility that Mary Kay has given me as a mom. I can work my business when I want to, how I want to, like I mentioned before, and I just decide, okay, I'm going to be working up until 2 o'clock during the week, whatever days of the week that I decide. My son is in kindergarten, so he gets out of school at 2, and so I'm like, all right, or at 3 o'clock, but I got to go get in that car line. Y'all know how the car line is. And so whenever it's like 2:30, I'm like, all right, I'm clocked out for the day until he goes to bed, or if my husband is home, maybe I'll do a couple of little things in the evening, but I don't have to. But I decide at 3 o'clock, I'm done until 8 o'clock at least. That's 5 hours that I get to have at home, with my son. When he gets home, we hang out, we play, we do his homework, we, do bath time, dinner, bedtime, all that stuff. And I don't have to, you get to set those boundaries for yourself. And so Mary Kay really is all about it's for your family. It really can be. And you just work it around whatever you want to. And and I've been able to do it with the newborn too. Literally, I've been taking her around with me actually to my facials and things like that I've been doing over the last week, the little Mary Kay parties and everything. She's just been coming along with me. She's my little Mary Kay consultant in training. But I also am not doing this all day, every day.
Mhm.
Like in the last 3 weeks last week, I've had 3 days where I have like dedicated, like I'm working my Mary Kay business 3 days out of 7 days, you guys. Out of 7 days, I've decided, okay, I'm working my business these days. And so I like that I've been able to, do that. And I take off the weekends to be with my family. So you really can make it happen. Also, the virtual world is great for people who are moms. If you can't, maybe childcare isn't something that you have access to. Maybe a babysitter or a spouse or someone to help you with your kids isn't something necessarily that you have. And so you can work your business virtually from your phone. You can work like Facebook, Instagram. You can do Facebook parties, like I mentioned before. You don't have to do things in person if that's just not what's going to work for you and your family. And I really like that, is that there's just options on how this can work. And like not having childcare and not having a babysitter and stuff. I mean, you don't always have that. My husband's a nurse. So most days I'm at home alone with both kids, or at least whenever Finn gets home from school. And so from 6 a.m., actually more like 5 or 4 in the morning because of her now, until about 8 o'clock at night, it's just me flying
Yeah.
solo, but I'm still able to, do Mary Kay and be successful in that and be at home with my babies at the same time.
I love that, Kayla, and that's so beautiful to watch you, because as y'all know, I'm not a mom yet, but my friends who are and who are working their Mary Kay and who are just prime examples of being able to have it all. Like, it's truly just it's a breath of fresh air being able to see your friends, be successful in their business, but also being able to be home with their babies. So I love that. And thank you so, so much, Kayla, for being with us tonight. And I'm going to kick it over to Miss Michelle, and I'll give Kayla a break. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for being here, friend.
Hello, I'm so glad to be here. I have a little baby in tow as well.
We've got all the babies
All the
tonight.
babies.
I love it. So Michelle is also a Pink Cadillac director. She actually just picked up her Pink Cadillac literally a couple days ago. I'm like, it's crazy. But Michelle, tell us a little bit about you and about your Mary Kay journey.
So my Mary Kay journey is a little bit different. I This is actually my third time as a beauty consultant with Mary Kay, which I know that's probably just so crazy. But it just goes to show you that you can do this business in any stage of life. When I first found Mary Kay, I was 18. And I was in college. I had blonde hair. And I mean, like, you'll see how dark my hair is. My hair was blonde. So you can imagine what my roots looked like if I like wasn't getting my hair done all the time. And so I really just wanted to make enough money to like pay to get my hair done. And I enjoyed it, but I was in college. I was young. I didn't like stick with it as long. It was just kind of like a fleeting thing that I did for a little while. And then when I was 25, I was a newlywed. I was actually at a vendor event with another direct sales company that I was a part of. And a sales director, a Pink Cadillac sales director, was there. And we just were chatting. And she was telling me about, doing a facial. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. And she wanted to book me. But you guys, I avoided her, like to meet her for that facial. I want to say like 3 or 4 times before I actually met up with her to do the facial. I tried the Time Wise repair set. Y'all, I was only 25 and she introduced me to the repair set. So I've been using it for that long and I loved it. And I was like, you know what? I do think that I want to do this. So I gave it a try again. And I was a sales director. I went into DIQ and earned my car my first 4 months. I loved it. And I ended up opening my own boutique about maybe 3 years later. And I still loved the products. And I used the discount, but I kind of stepped away a little bit from Mary Kay. And in July of 2020, I saw a training and because I was still a part of the area, like even though I wasn't doing much, I was still like getting my discount. I was still hanging out and doing that. And I was like, you know what? I was pregnant with my son at the time. And I was like, you know what? I want to earn a car again. I would love to get a free car again. I would love to step back up into directorship. We were like smack dab in the middle of like the shutdown. And so I was like, man, I really want to do something virtual because, boutique, you have people come into your house and, trying things on. And that really wasn't happening. And so I wanted to do something that was more virtual. And so I was like, let me do this again. And I went right back into directorship and earned my car. I've earned a total of 4 cars with Mary Kay, the Pink Cadillac being the last car. And I did just pick it up on Friday. But I have been full time Mary Kay. I actually the first time or the second time I did Mary Kay at age 25, I left my full-time job and I haven't had a regular 9 to 5 job in over 10 years. And originally that was because of Mary Kay. And that allowed me to dream about being home with my kids long before I ever, actually was a stay-at-home mom.
Wow, Michelle, I'm like, I love that. And I love all these different stories. Like, isn't that so cool, you guys, hearing people's stories and the impact? Because, Michelle, she's been in Mary Kay before and like, it was that good that she kept coming back, in different seasons and for different
Mhm.
reasons. And so that's so cool. And so, Michelle, you were talking about being a part of another direct selling company, which we don't have to talk about the details of it, but what if I'm someone who maybe I was a part of a direct selling company in the past and it just didn't work out for me? And so like what would you say about that past experience and applying it to Mary Kay?
I think that it's so valuable to take that as like experience and lessons that you learned. And whether you were in Mary Kay before, because there are people that maybe tried Mary Kay and at that point in their life, maybe the season of life, it wasn't for them then, but maybe it is now. I have a lot of ladies on my team that have returned after years because Mary Kay looks very different in 2022 than it did in 2005 or 2010 or or even really in 2018. I mean, we've really embraced the virtual. And I think that having done something else, first of all, Mary Kay has a 50% commission on our sales, and that is just unmatched. So that was a huge thing for me. And also just the tools, the things that we have to set you up for success, and knowing that even if you've done something before, this version of you is different than the version of you that was doing that then. You're not the same person. You've learned, you've grown, the times have changed. There are so many things that you can do with this business, both in person and virtual now, that all those things are going to be assets to you, and you're just starting ahead of the curve at that point. If you have experience doing something else, that just means that you're not starting from ground zero, and you're going to be able to do this a little bit easier, in my opinion.
I love that. I'm like, that's such a great outlook to have. And I'm like, honestly, it's really a leg up. It's really that experience and applying
It
it and being
is.
like, okay, you know, I've learned this and I'm choosing to use this as an opportunity to grow and develop and apply it to where I'm at right now. So that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And so my next question for you is, what has been or what currently is your favorite thing about Mary Kay? Whether it's, no matter how small or how big, but like what's like your favorite thing, either all time or currently? Because I know you're in a season of just
Mhm.
having a baby and picking up your first pink Cadillac. So it may have changed over the years.
I think so I have two favorites. I'll tell you two of them quickly. So the freedom and flexibility, hands down. I don't think I could ever work for someone else ever again. I'm just no good at being an employee. I like being able to build my own schedule, to be able to plan vacations when we want to stay home with my kids, to not have to pay basically an extra mortgage or two to put them in daycare. So all of those things are so important to me. But I am such a rewards and recognition person.
Yeah.
The prizes, the diamonds, the Cadillac, like those are things that you just don't get anywhere else. It's unmatched. I worked in insurance before, like my job before when I worked full time was in insurance. And you guys, they gave me a stress ball that had like the logo of the company on it. Like that was a gift that they left on our desk one time. And one other time, I think I got like an insulated lunchbox. It won't cute. I mean, I was like, thanks, I guess, but like, it's not diamonds. It's not like I have a Dyson vacuum that I earned from Mary Kay. I love that we have a quarterly prize program for doing your job. Just doing your job, you can earn so many things, and being praised to success,
Mhm.
knowing that like when you do a good job, someone's there clapping for you, someone is telling you that you did great. Women can be very underappreciated. That's one thing that I've really seen. Like women who come to my team, they're like, man, like just being told like thank you or like good job at doing that. Like other companies aren't doing that. And unfortunately, some women aren't getting that at home either. So feeling that environment and that vibe, and also that kind of feeds into the sisterhood and just the friendships that you make during this. I mean, pretty much all of my best friends I've met through Mary Kay. We've been in each other's weddings. I introduced one of my friends to her husband. It's just crazy how it just intertwines and other people's dreams are connected to yours. But that was more than one thing, but those are like my absolute favorites. It's so hard to pick one.
I
There's so many good
know.
things. A
I
Cadillac's
know.
not a bad one either. Definitely living that up and loving it so much.
Amazing. Yeah, I know it's hard to pick just one. That's why I'm like, I mean, it could be multiple things. Um, but Michelle, my last question for you is, okay, all this sounds amazing, like 50% discount, 50% profit on all my sales, the freedom and flexibility that you all have talked about, that support and sisterhood, and just like doing something for me, like maybe making some extra cash going into the holidays or whatever it is. So with that being said, what does it look like to get started? Like if I want to be a beauty consultant, what would I need to do?
So it is so easy to start your own Mary Kay business, you guys. In the month of October, it's only $20. $20 to start a Mary Kay business. That's not even like a quarter tank of gas really these days. It's definitely not a trip to Target. And I love that it's so simple that you can, get your foot in the door and see if this is for you. It really is that simple. So if you're someone that's like, okay, I'm ready, I want to do this, you just let your consultant know and they send you a link or they will walk you through it by either calling you. It takes less than 3 minutes and you're set up, and you can either choose. We have the $20 option. We also have a $90 option that if you do plan on seeing faces in person, or if you don't have any products yourself on hand, you're going to get some of our best selling products that you can demo on people or have for yourself that you can then show virtually to people so that you can do your debut party or schedule virtual events. But it gives you everything you need to get started. So you could do that $90 option as well, which still, to start a business for less than $100, you guys, to start an actual business, like if you have to go like get a brick and mortar business, $100,000 doesn't even scratch the surface, plus everything else you have to go through, like jumping hoops. So it just makes it so simple. And I wish I had it right here with me, but this month when you join Mary Kay, you're going to get a free Skin Vigorate brush when you place your first order by the end of November. So they give you all of October and then all of November where you're going to get that Skin Vigorate brush for free. It's a $75 retail value, you guys. So $20 to sign up. When you place your first order, you get a $75 Skin Vigorate brush for free. You're getting a 50% discount. You're going to make 50% profit on all of your sales, which is amazing. And it really is that simple.
Amazing, Michelle. I'm like, goodness. October, there's a lot of fun stuff going on, as y'all know. So I guess I can put Kayla back up here if she's good. Yay, we're all here. Thank you, Michelle, for answering those questions. Oh my goodness. So y'all know what it looks like now to become a beauty consultant. Literally $20 gets you set up in the system. Are you kidding me? And so with that being said, we're going to get ready to announce our Hype Queen winners. However, before we do that, I want to let you know that everyone who decides to take a leap of faith and join our Mary Kay family, you will receive a special gift from us. Okay, so you'll be receiving a limited edition mystery product just for signing up by midnight tonight. Okay, and like Michelle was saying, it's as simple as texting your beauty consultant and being like, hey girl, let's do this. Like, let's do this. So just so you know, everyone who signs up by midnight tonight, you're going to get a free limited edition mystery product from us. Okay, so are y'all ready to know who our Hype Queen winners are? I need like a drum roll. Are you kidding me? Okay, so first up, our first winner is Miss Madison Skaggs. Yay! Congratulations. Okay, winner number 2. And if this is a consultant, I hope it's not, but I'm crossing my fingers that it's not because it can't be a consultant already. Kim Cunningham. Yay! Okay, and number 3. Haley, I need you to send me a number 3. Let's see. The anticipation. Number 3. Who will it be? Who will it be? Madison, I will send you the link, girlfriend.
While we wait for number 3, are we still waiting for number 3? Okay. Who's excited or who is a Taylor Swift fan? Is anybody out there a Taylor Swift fan? I'm hype. I'm wearing my Taylor Swift cardigan. New album is about to drop. So tell us in the comments or drop an emoji if you are a Taylor Swift fan. And I know that Kim is a consultant. I think I just saw that Michelle said that. So we got to reach over that. But who's a Taylor Swift fan? Drop it in the chat if you are a Taylor Swift fan, because I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. I love T-Swizzle. Fun fact, you guys. So where I live in Tennessee is literally 20 minutes from where Taylor Swift is from and where she went to high school. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, her dad used to come into the Target that I worked at, and would be like, "Hey, make sure you put her stuff out on time." To the electronics section. But make sure you guys, yes, okay, everybody's like, yeah, I'm a Taylor Swift fan.
Love.
Do we have our
I
new?
have them. Are
Okay.
you ready?
I was just trying to kill some time.
Thank you, Kayla, for that intermission. So I'm so sorry, Kim. I didn't realize you were a consultant. That's why I had said fingers crossed. But we have Kaylee Hurst. You out there, girl? Hopefully you're not a consultant. And then number 3, Kendall Milligan. Hopefully you're not a consultant already.
She's a consultant, Kendall is.
Oh my
She's
god.
mine.
Okay.
Okay, well, while we wait again, what's your favorite Taylor Swift album? I really loved Red, Taylor's version. Really vibing with that. I like 1989. That's a good one. And I really liked Lover. I don't feel like Lover got the appreciation that it needed. What are your guys' favorite Taylor Swift albums? She's mine too. Okay, what's everybody's favorite Taylor Swift album? 1989, Lover, Red, Speak Now, and Taylor Swift, like legit, like the Taylor Swift album. Y'all remember, like the first one was called Taylor Swift, right? Her which one? Okay, Reputation. All right, Michelle. Yeah, you definitely give off like that. You would like the Reputation album. I feel, yeah,
I do. I feel like such a bad bee when I listen to that.
Yes.
It's like it just puts you in like a
yeah.
headspace.
I feel like Reputation didn't get enough like hype and appreciation either. Like Lover, I feel like those two albums, they just didn't get the love they needed.
I just put on the YouTube, not YouTube, Netflix of her tour. Like you can watch the Reputation tour on there. I had it on in the background the other day. I was just like watching her perform and listening to it while I was doing stuff.
Her next tour, I'm getting tickets. I'm going. I have to, because I know she'll come to Nashville. She has to. It's her home.
100%. Okay. I'm hoping that this is good to go. This last one. Haley's in there like, Shelly McMillan. You out there? You out there?
Hey, okay.
Great. I'm like, now I got to remember who I said. Anyway.
Kelly, Kaylee, and Madison.
Great.
Yay. We're so excited.
Congratulations, ladies. And like I said, everyone who signs up and joins our team by midnight tonight, you will get an extra welcome gift from us.
Yeah.
So,
and it's only $20, you guys.
Yeah.
$20.
Amazing. So, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Michelle and Kayla, for being here with us. I appreciate y'all, and I had so much fun. Had so much fun together. So you guys have a great rest of your night, and be sure to check in with your beauty consultant because she's going to be messaging you to see how you're doing, see what you thought about tonight. Okay. So bye, everyone.